Hi, folks. Welcome to Track to Your Future, Episode 1 The Career Navigator. Your compass for navigating the ever evolving landscape of professional life. And I'm thrilled to be here today to guide you for your professional career journey. In our fast paced world, simply having job is not enough. Today there are multiple layoffs, there are multiple issues, salary cutouts, no appraisals, then AI. There are many things happening around you, and you might be confused. What next? Well, this particular episode is for you. Stay tuned, understand what is there on your plate for next 5 years, next 10 years, next 15 years. Track to Your Future is here to guide you. Welcome to your career journey. Now, you might be thinking why and what we are discussing today. Let's make it very simple. If I start my career, if I had started my career in 2001, I might have been working for last 25 years in one company. But right now the shift had changed. Now every 2 years, now every 3 years, the new workforce is trying to change their job. They are pivoting, they are changing through the technologies, they are changing the economics. And why? Now every 2 years, 3 years, there is a new trend in market, and you need to cope up with that trend to understand, to be in that market. And there are many things happening around you. So just a simple example to understand you. 5 years back there was no AI. You were not thinking about AI, but in last 2 years now everywhere is AI. Writing your resume, emailing, generating images, designing website, everywhere there is a AI. And now AI is covering up to the things. But is it really gonna hamper your job? What you should learn, how you should learn, and how to cope up with that. That is the question that I and you both are having. Let's understand, let's deep dive into this, understand what should we do in next 5 years. So in this episode, we will deep dive into the foundational questions of career development. Here we will discuss about the external landscapes of your job search journey, the modern job market and how to navigate it effectively, as well as we will discuss on the strategies to apply for jobs, to create your resume ETS friendly, your LinkedIn profile optimization, and many more things. Stay tuned to understand what we are discussing and how this is going to help you. So, navigating the modern job market, strategies for success. This is something which we are discussing. In today's competitive landscape, effectively presenting one's professional story is paramount. This involves strategic approach to application, material, and job search techniques. Now, if I have a resume which I created, I cannot just apply through that resume to multiple jobs. Now I need to recreate my resume, recreate my opportunities, keys, roles, responsibilities, as well as objectives as per the JD, which is there available on each and every platform. But how? Now you might be thinking my resume is ATS friendly, but is it? Is it going through the job application? What should be in there? What should not be there? Now, if it is ATS approved, even it is going for a job application, is it human essential, human friendly? Is your HR, is the front HR looking after, by looking your resume, is he calling you? These are many questions around you, right? So let's start with resume optimization, that is ATS friendly. I will give certain tips. See if it works for you. If there are any alteration, you can always comment those. So let's discuss. A resume basically serves an individual's first impression, and increasingly this impression is initially made on a machine rather than a human. Now all MNCs are using ATS. What is ATS? Application tracking system. Again, it is driven by AI, right? So there has to be certain keywords which are related to the job description. There should be certain roles and responsibilities which are again related to your job description. And this is something which needs to be changed each and every time when you are applying for any new job. To ensure a resume is ATS friendly, several actionable tips are recommended. It is advisable to use minimalistic ATS compatible templates. You can find that in Track to Your Future, as well as you can see few here. So crucially, each and every resume should be customized for specific job postings by carrying keywords and phrases directly from job description. You cannot just add anything which sounds good, which looks good. This needs to be 100% relatable to your job description. Standard sections, heading such as work experience, education, and skills. You cannot just add something synonym word to skill. So the headings should be such as work experience, education, and skills should be used, as the ATS system are programmed to recognize this. If you are using any complex formatting, graphics, images, or special characters, then the ATS will not recognize your resume, and there are 80-85% chances that your resume will not go to the human HR, right? As well as you should use a very standard formatting and a very standard fonts. Times New Roman, best one. It is widely recognized and each and every ATS is compatible. I will not go with 2 3 options because one is always fine, right? Now let's move on. LinkedIn profile enhancement. Now let's discuss aggregating platforms. So this is not a sponsored video. So I'm just suggesting you few names. You can always go check which suits you and you can register and you can start your job searching journey. Now there is Naukri, then there is Indeed, then there is Glassdoor, then there is Byte, and there are many more. You, for which job, for what role, which country you are applying, you can just go search and do the registration. Now again, there is one more important thing which I want to highlight and discuss with you. Job searching is not a part-time thing that you do. It needs to have a discipline, it needs to have engagement, and you need to have a clear cluster goal for which role, for which position, for which city you are applying for. Now if I am as an individual, if I am searching for a job, now I cannot just go and apply for multiple jobs. I need to check whether that JD is appealing to my previous roles and responsibilities, or there is a difference, my key skill set. I need to just understand few things and then I need to apply. Why? Now you might be thinking that I can go and apply for 100 plus jobs and I will receive 2 3 calls. Why should I follow your suggestions? Understand one simple thing. If I am applying for Accenture, now once I apply, now my resume is again in Accenture and their ATS and their server and everywhere, right? If a recruiter is coming for a role, let's suppose a CRM 365 developer, now you have applied for Salesforce, now he will not consider you. Why? Because his portal suggests that your resume is there for Salesforce developer, right? But your previous journey or previous career was in 365. So this is something which you need to understand. That's why earlier when we were discussing, I mentioned clearly that a resume should always be changed as per job description, which will make sure that your resume is shortlisted through ATS and through human intervention as well, right? Now, exploring job fairs, directly reaching out to hiring managers, utilizing career counseling services can uncover opportunities not publicly advertised. But yeah, when using online job boards, it is strategic to leverage filters to narrow down listening by location, by salary range, by experience level, and many more things are there. So, while doing search for new job, make sure you are following effective techniques which will help you to go and get a dream. Now you just understood how to apply for jobs, right? Now just introduction to interview prep. Now what is star method that you have heard? Your mentors, your teachers, and every other platform you might have read about star. Now star is situation, task, action, and result. Now if there is a question which is related about how and what exactly you do, now there has to be a situation. Like a situation will describe a context or create a background for a recruiter to understand what exactly you want to say. Task is understanding from that situation what needs to be done, and action is something which you did, and result is what came out of that. Now this method will make sure that a unknown person who is not aware of your roles and responsibilities in your previous organization is attached to your answer, understanding your answer, and he is creating one opinion for you, right? So This is episode 1 where you understand on job searching strategies, optimizing LinkedIn, aggregator platforms, and the STAR method, just to understand, start with the interview preparation. Now, if you want to learn more about these strategies, you need to subscribe to Track Your Future and hit a bell icon so that you will get notifications from our end. And we have a website, trackyourfuture.com, where you can visit and explore certain options which will help you suit your career journey and suit your career job search. So thanks and stay tuned.